welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nathra, and on top of posting K-pop videos whenever I have something to talk about, I also very much like to stir the pot. About a year ago, I posted my most popular video to date, which is groups that should officially, formally disband. I also made a part 2, but for today, I decided to look at girl groups that never should have disbanded in the first place. Before we get started, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to crack 1K subscribers so I can access the community tab and be more active on YouTube in general. Okay, all that aside, let's get started. Now, I understand that disbandments happen for a plethora of reasons, like financial trouble, bullying, harassment within the group or company, or just no popularity flat out. Obviously, I think it's better that some of these groups disbanded when they did, lest the problems they went through became even worse in later years. But it doesn't mean that I don't miss them. I think that every group I'm about to list deserve better on behalf of their agency or just K-pop fans in general. Starting off with, I think, the most shocking disbandment news of 2021 so far, gfriend. gfriend had a really solid and honestly admirable career, albeit one cut extremely short, originally debuting in 2015 with a schoolgirl meets orchestral pop concept. gfriend also tackled retro and tropical house genres over the years. With amazingly synchronized choreography, beautiful music videos, and oh yeah, a shit ton of vocal talent, I don't think anyone was expecting their contract negotiations to just completely fall through. I mean, their third album with the title track Mago did really well, and many people thought that since Source Music was acquired by HYBE/Big Hit, they could expect higher production value and just more from the group in general. I was only a casual listener, but when I heard the disbandment news, even my jaw completely dropped. It's a shame that gfriend's chapter as a group has closed, but I'm very curious as to what the members' individual careers will yield. I know that 3 of the members are re-debuting together, so it'll be really interesting to see their career trajectory. Up next, Stellar. Stellar started off as your typical bubblegum pop type girl group, but once that proved to be unsuccessful, their company Pascal decided to make things a bit more spicy. Stellar's concept underwent a dramatic transformation, undertaking a sexier concept which raised eyebrows within South Korea and abroad. Now, I am all for female empowerment, sex positivity, we love it, whatever, but it's a very, very different conversation when a company is turning up the sex appeal and actively exploiting women because they know it turns a profit. Within the past few years, the ex-members of Stellar have opened up about how uncomfortable they were when it came to promoting certain songs. Among things like harassment and pay discrepancies, I'm glad Stellar chose to not renew their contracts. Pascal seems like an absolutely slimy company, and some of the ex-members like Jeonyul and Younghoon have restarted their idol activities, the former setting up Makestar projects to promote solo music, and the latter being a member of Black Swan, which I can make a whole video about Black Swan, so let me know if you want to see that. Speaking of restarting idol careers, a video like this would not be complete without mentioning Pristin and Hinapia, I don't know, I changed my mind about how I say it. Pristin debuted in 2017 hot off of the IOI trail, with popular members like Kyokyung and Nayoung making up the lineup. When Pristin debuted, people lost their minds, including me. Self-composing girl groups were quite rare at the time, so that on top of Pristin's other amazing attributes really contributed to their skyrocketing popularity. Unfortunately, Pristin only made one comeback as a group before launching the short-lived but very popular subunit Pristin V. And then we didn't hear from them for like a year. Eventually, in May 2019, Pledis finally stated the obvious that Pristin disbanded, but all hope was not lost as a couple months later, Hinapia debuted. Hinapia was a 5-member girl group, with 4 being from Pristin from a very, very small company. Drip was a banger, but comeback preparations were put on hold because of the pandemic, and in August last year, Hinapia disbanded. I honestly don't even have any words to say except for the fact that, like, my heart hurts for these people. Imagine training for years only to have what you think is a successful and long-lasting career, only to have everything fall apart, sometimes for a second time. It must be like the biggest punch to the gut ever. Pledis' mistreatment of Pristin was so rage-inducing that I had high hopes for OSR to invest in making Hinapia big, but being a small company is tough, and COVID made everything more difficult. Usually smaller groups make their money by doing live performances or being invited to perform at events, but obviously that wasn't doable last year. As a result, funds quickly dried up and the members decided to go their separate ways. And to cap off this video, 9 Muses. There's a lot I could say about 9 Muses, but for the sake of brevity, let me just say they deserved better. A bazillion member changes, concept changes, and not a single music show win throughout their decade-long career? What the hell? 9 Muses truly has a treasure trove of music with songs in a variety of genres. If I had to guess why they didn't really have a lot of popularity, it's probably because they were competing with other large groups. Their contemporaries were Girls' Generation, Rainbow, After School, etc., and the market for pop songs was very saturated back then. If I'm ever feeling nostalgic for early 2010s dance pop, they're usually the first group I turn to, and it's a shame that I only heard about them during the last couple years of their career. I am glad that 9 Muses disbanded when they did, because I don't think their company could have sustained them any longer for those 9 years. They had a great run and wonderfully supportive fan base, but they just seemed unable to reach next level popularity. Second-gen groups are always cultural icons, but 9 Muses to me is one of the K-pop groups I consider to be practically an institution in the industry. They truly were concept queens and will always be missed. Anywho, that's all the time I have for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know if I should do a part 2 or look at boy groups who I miss dearly. I know this video took a hot minute to get out. I am in college and working 2 jobs, so my schedule is kind of a hot mess, but hey, I really do enjoy making videos and posting for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on social media, which is on the screen. Thank you as always for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye!